Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm your host, the Shy Goomba, and today, at long last, the What to Expect series is making a comeback. And I'm going to be talking about 5 brand new features we can expect to see from the Switch 2. Now, for this video, I'll only be covering the Switch 2 console itself. I'll be saving my predictions for the upcoming April Switch 2 Direct, as well as the new Mario Kart game for another video. And one last thing before we get started, just a friendly reminder to please subscribe. I make a lot of Mario content on my channel, whether it be top 50 songs playlists, walkthrough guides, new trailer and direct reactions, or commentary videos just like this one. And you better believe I'm going to be reacting to the Switch 2 Direct. So, if you'd like to see more Mario content from me, subscribing is one of the easiest things you can do to help me grow here on YouTube. And now, let's not stall any longer. This is what to expect from the Switch 2. Starting with the new Joy-Cons. They seem similar to those of the current Switch, but with some small differences. First off, they're bigger in comparison to the current Joy-Cons to accommodate the larger screen. Other than that though, some of the buttons have been altered. For example, the SL and SR buttons are much larger and seemingly much easier to push during single Joy-Con gameplay. Also, the small release buttons used to disconnect the controllers from the console are now triggers, similar to the L, R, ZL, and ZR buttons. And finally, we have this mysterious new square button just below the home button. Now, what exactly could this new button do? It's the exact same size and shape as the capture button. However, it's lacking the circular indentation, or any kind of marking for that matter, making it seem like Nintendo very well could be hiding something from us yet again. Maybe it could activate the new leaked mouse feature. We saw a bit of footage of it in the trailer, but not enough to get a good idea of how this new feature would actually work. And speaking of features that are supposed to work properly, the sticks unfortunately seem to retain the same design as the current Joy-Cons. So let's just hope they don't drift this time. But moving on to a controller that doesn't drift, we have the Pro Controller. It'll likely be updated to support the new features present on the new Joy-Cons, but other than that, I don't think it needs any major redesign. Like they say, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And since none of the controllers are getting any significant design changes, it's safe to assume that, just like the games, we'll be able to use the current Switch controllers with the Switch 2. Besides, this is basically the same situation as the transition from the Wii to Wii U. Both the Switch 2 and Wii U can play games from their respective predecessors, so why not make it the same for the controllers as well? But enough about the controllers, let's talk about the console itself. We already know it has a bigger screen and a decent kickstand similar to that of the Switch OLED. But what about that new USB-C port on the top? The current Switch has one on the bottom to charge and dock the system, so what's this top one for? Well, let me know down in the comments what you think the new USB-C port will be used for. And finally, before we close out this video, I want to talk a bit about the specs. No, I won't go into too much detail, but there are some things worth noting. The current Switch runs at 1080p docked and only 720p in tabletop or handheld mode. And yes, I know Nintendo doesn't tend to use the latest and greatest technology, but I mean, 720p? Really? I'm expecting the Switch 2 to run at the very least 1080p undocked. And while I'm trying to keep my expectations relatively low, I also have high hopes for this new console. Picture this. You just opened your new Switch 2, you plug it into your TV, and you're about to play the brand new Mario Kart for the first time in 4K. Well, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed it and you want to help support me, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And feel free to leave a comment down below with your Nintendo Switch 2 predictions. I read all of your comments and I'll try to respond to as many as I can. All those interactions are what help tell the YouTube algorithm that you enjoy watching my videos and that it should push them to even more people. But above all else, thanks for watching. I hope you have an amazing day ahead of you, and I will see you next time.